Michigan, averaging 4.6 a ball game, wearing number 2. Number 3 will be Xavier Crawford, a 6'2 freshman from Detroit, averaging 17.1 per ball game. In the middle, they will have Gage Throgmorton. He is a 6'6 junior out of White Lake, Michigan, averaging 4 points per ball game. At one wing will be Jason Penn, a 6'8 sophomore from Ferndale, averaging 11.6 a ball game. And the other starter will be 5'11 senior Anthony Barley out of Redford, Michigan. He averages 7.5 points per ball game. Now for the Racers, Zaire Anderson will be on the wing, wearing number 1. He's a 6'5 junior from Brooklyn, averaging 4.5 a ball game. On the guard slots, Josh Scott, a 6-foot senior from Defiance, averaging 12.2 a ball game. And Jorge Concepcion III, a 6'1 freshman from Norfolk, Virginia, averaging 1.5 per ball game. On another wing, Lawrence Jackson, the team's leading scorer, averaging 24.2 points a ball game. He's a junior out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And in the post, Ray Beatty, 6'7 junior from Wilmington, North Carolina. Ray averages 6.8 points per contest. Our 3 officials tonight are Steve Trout, Marlon Nice, and Dave Gentile. Racers average 76.2 at the offensive end. Dearborn averages 74.3. They both give up right around 72 a ball game, so pretty much a dead heat on the stat sheet. The Wolverines are in the traveling maize, trimmed in the traveling blue, trimmed in the maize and white, and the Racers in the home white, trimmed in the maroon and black and silver. So Bob Sagerson, the team's leading scorer for Dearborn, not in their starting lineup. Marcus Williams, 6'7 junior out of Detroit, didn't have a chance really to talk to anybody before the game. I don't know if that's a normal thing or whether they, looking on the sheet, Marcus Williams has only started 6 of the 9 games they've played. So maybe he doesn't start all the time. Maybe he's a guy that comes off the bench and gives them a lot of scoring spark.
He's in uniform, and so we're going to see him at some point.
All right, Ray Beatty jumps against Jason Penn, and the Racers control it. And with the ball, Jorge Concepcion III. Jorge with the ball now off the left wing to Josh Scott. Lawrence Jackson has it out top for Beatty. Back on the wing, Concepcion feeds the post to LJ. Shot clock at 8. Jackson will drive and have the shot blocked. It still has a new shot clock though, and Dave Gentile saw that. And I think we're going to get a shot clock violation because the ball never got to the rim. Right. And the shot clock should have gone, the shot clock violation should have got off. I think our shot clock setter that time reset it after the block shot, and that should not have been.
Well, Jackson had his defender isolated deep in the pivot when he first caught the pass the first time, and there was about 15 seconds on the clock. And I thought right there he should have made his move because there was nobody else to help him. He would have scored easily, but I think he just wanted to get everybody in the offense and pass the ball around a little more.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to run the shot clock down to 3 and give the Racers the ball out of bounds. That's what they're going to do. So it'll still be Racer ball, but they'll only have 3 to shoot once they get it in. Scott will inbound. Josh looking for that alley-oop play. It doesn't open up. Here is Jackson out of the corner, misses a 3, and the rebound comes down to Jason Penn, who averages 6 boards a ball game. This Dearborn team can flat out rebound. They have out-rebounded their opponents 366 to 311 in the ball games that they played. And now Jackson makes a steal. LJ on a breakout all the way to the rim for the slam. So the Racers get the first 2 of the ball game off the first turnover for Dearborn.
Jackson with a nice defensive play to set up his own dunk.
At the top of the key, Xavier Crawford delivers it left wing to Throgmorton. Now left side to Terry Fanning. Ball reversal, and the shot to the right wing no good by Crawford, rebounded by the Racers. Scott into the forecourt, drops the pass to Concepcion. Now Jackson, LJ, through traffic, got to the rim and scores. He gets that close, you're not going to stop it.
He takes up so much room with just one dribble. He's one of those players that just gobbles up room on the floor.
4-0 Racers in the early going as the Dearborn Wolverines try to solve this man-to-man Racer defense. Crawford with it. on the right wing. Now to Barley. Anthony Barley still on the dribble. Throckmorton takes the pass out front. Back to Barley. He'll drive, stop. And the ball's taken away from him by Josh Scott as the time clock runs out. They lead out for Concepcion, and he'll score. Josh Scott gets another assist, and Jorge Concepcion III makes it 6-0. We're going to get a quick 30-second break. We'll keep it here because this is Coach Taylor Langley saying, I don't want this thing to get out of hand too quickly. On the road.
Josh Scott playing defense on the post. He basically pickpocketed the offensive player and looked up and threw a perfect touchdown pass down the middle of the floor to his teammate Jorge Concepcion for a layup. And the UNOH is up 6-0 basically on their defense. Their defense is set up almost all of this, and they look real sharp right now. By the way, Josh Scott is rocking a mustache. I haven't seen that yet. And he's got himself a mustache, so looking for a little change there. And actually, UNOH is not in a man-to-man, Mike. They are in a matchup zone, and it's causing a lot of confusion for Dearborn in the first couple of trips. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack it this time down.
Well, we now see Marcus Williams on the floor, the leading scorer, number 10 in the maize and blue for Coach Taylor Langley as he comes off the bench. He has the basketball now, passes at left wing. Racers in this matchup zone that's causing some problems. Penn with it. Out top, the three ball partially blocked and taken away by Ray Beatty. That shot blocked against Alex Hagel. So the Racers up 6-0 with the ball. Concepcion. Right side for Josh Scott. Now Beatty. Perimeter shot by Concepcion for three, right down the pipe. Jorge Concepcion III.
Game couldn't start any better for UNOH. They're up 9-0.
Only had 3 points in 2 games. He's got 5 here in the first 3 minutes. 9-0 Racers off to a quick lead. And the drive by Williams gets the basket with a foul. Marcus Williams, junior out of Detroit. Took it right to the 10 that time and drew the first foul of the ball game against Lawrence Jackson.
And that's the way to beat a matchup zone, is to take the ball into the heart of it, drive by your defender. And Williams did that. Made a shot and is going to get a free throw to reward him.
Marcus has been averaging 19.8 a ball game, and he's an 88% free throw shooter and drains that one.
Yeah.
So he gets the three-point play the old-fashioned way, 9-3 Racers.
And Michigan, Dearborn will go into his zone now.
All right. Here's Scott now, lobs it inside, and it's overplayed by Marcus Williams, and he makes the steal. Nice job by Williams defensively, got it to Hagel. So the Racers went alley-oop, and it didn't work. And all the way to the window to score that time is Xavier Crawford. So suddenly the Wolverines explode for 5 unanswered and cut the lead to 4. Lawrence Jackson backs it off to Josh Scott, right wing. There's the backside alley-oop that was too far, but LJ tracked it down, goes to Beatty underneath, and he's got the basket.
Nice move. Twice Josh has tried to throw the lob up to his teammate, and teammate hasn't seen the lob.
So it's 11-5 Racers, 4 minutes deep into the first half. Williams with the ball for Dearborn. Now gives it to Crawford. Working the perimeter and working the shot clock down to 7. Williams needs some help, goes to Penn. He'll turn in the lane, fade and shoot, way short, and that'll be a shot clock violation because the ball never touched the rim.
Great defense. That time Chris changed his zone to a 2-3 to match up the offensive set for Dearborn, and they never did any movement. They just stayed matched up.
Chris Adams in his 9th season as head coach here at UNOH. Hard to believe that time has gone by that quickly. Seems like yesterday he was coaching out at Elida High School here in Lima, but has really put a great program here together at UNOH. And there's LJ, Lawrence Jackson with a 3.
And that's how you get teams out of the zone, is you shoot them out of it.
14-5 Racers. Crawford at the top, into the paint they go, and the shot, little half finger roll by Jason Penn scores his first 2.
That's a nice strong move by Penn.
Jason averages 11.6 a ball game from that post spot. Josh Scott into the corner for an open Lawrence Jackson. Counted again. He loves that 3-shot from the left wing. And he's dialed up 10 points already in the first 5.5 minutes.
Coach Taylor Langley over there kind of scratching his head.
Well, LJ is an All-American. And here's a nice play to Hagel, who gets the easy bunny as the Racer defense fell asleep.
That was a very nice play.
Little tip pass from Penn to Alex Hagel. Got an easy deuce. Josh Scott now into the corner, and Williams made an interception, but he stepped on the sideline with it, so it doesn't count. Now we're going to see some Racer subs after we get a media timeout. So we got a break in the action here at the Racer Gymnasium. It's UNOH 17, UM Dearborn 9. We're back in 1 minute on UNOHRacers.com and right here in Lima on Sports Radio 93.1 The Fan. Alongside Bob Sigerson, I'm Mike Mullen. We played a little over 5 minutes here at the garage tonight. Racers up 17-9 over UM Dearborn, and the Racer women's soccer team, Bob, got the job done in Florida today in the NAIA National quarterfinals. They beat Martin Methodist of Tennessee 2-0, wow. So they're into the national semifinals for the second year in a row. UNH has a nationally recognized soccer program in both boys and girls programs. That's for sure. Davon Payne into the lineup, gets the give and go there to Mike Chambers. So two newcomers to the Racer lineup connect on the first play coming out of the timeout. Payne and Mike Chambers, and up the Racer lead now to 10. Chambers posts up Penn. He'll turn in traffic and score.
Penn is hurting them inside right now. They're getting the ball to him, and he's strong in there.
Jason Penn, listed at 6'8", only a sophomore out of Ferndale. There's some hops in the middle. Also on the floor, Scott Hollins, a 6'7" junior from Charleston, number 22 for the Racers. Jorge Concepcion lights it up from the outside. JC the third with his 8th point of the game already.
For a guy averaging 1 point a game, he's kind of found the
range. He's just starting to find a little comfort here at home. It's his first home game as a Racer, and then Lawrence Jackson makes a steal. 4th turnover for the Wolverines. Here's the 3-ball, good again, wow. And again it's Concepcion, and Taylor Langley can't stand this outside barrage. What can I do? I don't know who this guy is, number 21. I've never seen him on film.
He's only played 2 games, right?
2 games.
And they've both been away, so this is the first time the home crowd's had a chance to see him.
Exactly. So we get a break in the action. We'll keep it here. 25-11 our score in favor of the Racers. Still early in the first half with 13-18 left on the halftime clock.
Have we missed a shot?
I'm sure we have, but I'm trying to think of who. I think I don't have the shot chart,
but they're very hot right now.
Not many. I think LJ missed one in there somewhere along the line.
They're definitely off to a hot start offensively, but defensively they've done well too. The only thing they haven't done is taken away the inside game. I think that's by design. The 2 leading scorers for the Wolverines of UM Dearborn are both very good three-point shooters. And with excellent three-point percentages, Xavier Crawford hits 49% from the field, and Marcus Williams almost 37%. Those are good figures, and I think that's what Chris is designing to to do is to take away that outside shot. So it's given him the hole inside to get the ball inside to their post player, and he's answered, but it just hasn't been enough.
Well, the Racers have made 5 threes in less than 7 minutes of basketball. That's pretty unusual at this level.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about that too is teams cool off. Very seldom do you see a team stay that hot, although I must say that in one of the earlier games that we saw with the Aquinas, when they came in here, they made threes all night.
All right, here come the Wolverines now trying to dodge the bullet here. They've got number 24, Barley, back in the lineup at point, and they go inside, and a whirling dervish shot by Crawford can't find the bottom of the net. Racers rebound and run. Concepcion to Josh Scott on the left side. Josh to the top of the key. Good bounce pass, and they find Hollins for a deuce.
Yeah, so nice because Jorge got the ball to Scott. Scott just got himself set up for his own game. He didn't have to worry about getting the team into offense.
And that's Josh Scott's best attribute, to his assist ability. And a whistle. Before a shot occurs, Racers commit a foul.
And, this young
Scott Hollins takes up his first person.
Jason Penn, a 6'8" sophomore out of Ferndale, Michigan. He really knows how to get position. Racers have tried 2 or 3 different players on him, and they just have not been able to get position to deny him that pass into the post.
And Penn's going to get a rest as Hagel comes back in the lineup. We also see Paul Stanky on the floor now. Number 33 just took the inbounds pass. He is a 6'5" senior from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, the only non-Michigander on this Dearborn team. Hagel with it, top of the circle, left side for Crawford. X gives it up to Burley, and the shot is going to be short, but picked up by Stanky. He misses, and a nice follow try. Ball tipped out to the wing, but right to Xavier Crawford, and the shot clock resets. Marcus Williams a miss. Rebound to the Wolves. They keep it alive. Baseline drive and a partial block, but a foul called on Mike Chambers. So Mike Chambers, after the Olay defense beat him, tried to reach around block, didn't work.
UNOH with 2 good defensive stands, but couldn't get the rebound. The offensive rebound, 2 of them gave Dearborn possession of the ball again.
Xavier Crawford will be the free throw shooter, and he puts the first one in. Xavier, 77% free throw shooter so far this year. Wolverines are 9 games deep into their schedule coming into this contest. 4-5 overall, 1-3 in the WAC. Both free throws good for Xavier Crawford. Racers up 27-13 now. So the lead drops to 14 points. Josh Scott with it, wing right. Scott dumps it to Concepcion, ball fake. Gives now to Zaire Anderson. Anderson got tripped as he went through the lane, and head coach Taylor Langley goes, "Oh, I don't like that call." They say a knee is what brought Z down to the floor, and that knee was from the body of Alex Hagel, his first foul. Lawrence Jackson re-enters and gets Concepcion. Jorge Concepcion III out of Norfolk, Virginia. And he has told the folks here at UNOH that he wants that 3 numbers after his last name to be used. He wants to be known as the third. And now we get a whistle and a turnover on the Racers.
Yeah,
a travel call on Lawrence Jackson.
And Jackson tried to go one-on-one, and he fell almost in the same area that the yellow player fell in. I wonder if there's some wind on that floor.
Well, it could well be. 11:30 left first half. Racers lead at 27-13. Stanky, top of the key. Dumps it off to Barley, and they throw it away. A steal by Davon Payne. I've got 5 turnovers already on the Wolverines. Here's Zaire Anderson from Josh Scott, but can't convert. Stanky rebounds for the Wolverines. Stanky hands it off to Barley, and they'll reset. Ray Beatty getting set to come back in for UNOH. Barley, a senior from Redford, one of the few seniors on this Dearborn roster. Here's the post-up pass. They dump it out to Hagel. Back to Barley. 3 ball. Yes. Anthony Barley's first rainbow of the night, and the first 3 made by Dearborn.
UNOH back to their man-to-man defense, which has been their bread and butter.
27-16 Racers. Racers have cooled off a tad here in the last 2 minutes. Here's Lawrence Jackson, and that ends that drought. LJ with a dozen. Knocks down a 15-footer straight away.
Came off a pick, and the defender did not step out to help. Left him wide open from 15. That's like a layup for him.
Jackson already has a season high of 41. He's off to a great start tonight with 12 here in the first 10 minutes. You extrapolate that, he will have 48 tonight. Here's a shot good on the left wing by Marcus Williams. Did they give him a three or not? No. Yes, they did.
He should have. He was in the corner.
Yep, a three for Marcus Williams, and we're going to get a timeout called by Chris Adams. So we'll get a 30-second break. We'll take one as well. 29-19 Racers back in 30 seconds on Sports Radio 93.1 The Fan. Back after this. .9:55 to play first half. UNOH and UM Dearborn matching up tonight in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. Davenport and Aquinas and Cornerstone all atop the league without losses in the conference as yet. Racers stand at 1-2, so they're in the middle of the pack. Trying to fight their way back, and then a bad pass by Josh Scott, stolen by Marcus Williams, who'll go coast to coast and miss the easy layup, and the rebound went out of bounds off of Racer Ray Beatty, so Wolves get it, and that was an unusual miss on a breakout layup for the big guy.
I think he was deciding between a dunk and a layup, but Josh Scott kind of floated a pass to the wing, and Williams was in the area. He's a very good athlete. He's very thin, 6'8", very skinny, but you can see he's a natural player.
Concepcion III back on the floor for the Racers as Davon Payne sits. Jorge came in and knocked down 3 threes in the space of about 90 seconds in the first 6 or 7 minutes of this ball game. He is back on the floor now playing defense. Here's a ball fake. They go to Burley, right side in the corner to Throgmorton. Shot clock at 15. Williams catches, shoots, and misses, but got fouled. They're going to call Ray Beatty on the personal.
He caught the ball at about the 8-foot mark on the lane, and once he had his defender behind him, he was almost at the mercy of Williams because he shot head faked and went around him. He's a scorer. He doesn't average 19 points easy. You can tell this kid knows how to get the ball to the basket.
See Jacob Wendell on the floor for UM Dearborn. He's a 6'1" freshman out of Howell, Michigan. He's got 0 on his jersey there on the yellow number. Marcus Williams makes a free throw. That gives him 7 for the evening.
And he's going to get his points.
And the next one is in and out, but Lawrence Jackson clears the rebound for the Racers. 29-20 UNOH for the lead. They've been up by as many as 16, have the Racers, but now the lead is 9 at the 9-minute mark of the first half. Scott deep right wing. Off to Jackson. LJ dumps it to the paint for Anderson. Sire goes to the window. Can't get the roll. Tough break, but a nice rebound and stick back by Ray Beatty, muscling up hard.
Ray Beatty really on the boards that time. A nice play.
He's so much stronger this year than he was a year ago, and only still a junior. Good steal by Scott. He had it in his hand and couldn't go anywhere with it. And then it was out of bounds off of a Wolverine, so he creates the turnover anyway.
Josh Scott jumps in the passing lane and creates an offensive play for himself, for his team.
31-20 Racers, 8:40 to play. We'll talk with Mike Armbruster, the women's coach here at UNOH at halftime. His team had a convincing 74-47 win in the opener here tonight. Their 4th win in a row. Here's Beatty in the paint, turns, fakes, shoots, didn't get it. Rebound foul going the other way on Jair Anderson.
He made his move to the baseline, which took him out of a good shooting position. So many kids catch their ball with back to the basket and then go to the baseline, which is really tough to do, to make that short baseline jumper because there's no bank for it. He would have been better off turning to the inside where he had the rim.
Throgmorton's going to throw a long three on the window. No good. Concepcion grabs the racer rebound.
Well, I really like this Concepcion, Mike.
Jorge gets the ball into the forecourt to Anderson. Back out to Concepcion III. Now Lawrence Jackson. Jackson working to Anderson. Good ball movement by the Racers. Shot clock down to 7. LJ with it. Dumps it inside. Too far under to shoot was Beatty. Got it up on the iron. No. Retry. In and out. Tough break. Anderson can't buy a basket. Zayers rebound. Yeah, Zayers been in there hard, but only had a little too much English on those retry shots. Corner shot, Marcus Williams. No. Rebound tipped. Williams going to get it and get fouled. That's a tough break because Lawrence Jackson had to reach behind himself to get the rebound, and Marcus Williams took it right away from him, and then Ray Beatty fouled him.
Then Ray Beatty, in his temper, slammed the ball against the side of the wall, and it went to half court, and the official gave him a technical for it. He was just angry at himself, and then
that's just losing your cool.
He's going to end up costing him 2 free throws. It'll be 4 free throws now and the ball, so they'll have a chance for a 7-point play here, Mike.
Now they're sorting this all out now. The 3 officials. There was a personal foul and a technical also on Ray Beatty, so he now, I believe, will have 3 fouls.
Yeah, so it just hurts all the way around. I mean, and he's playing good. He's having a good game. They need him in there. Defensively and offensively, they need him on the floor. And so all he's done with this, quick burst of temper is to hurt his team, and he's not usually that way. He's a very soft, spoken and very polite young man.
All righty, so the floor clears for Marcus Williams, and the 88% free throw shooter is going to get the 2 technicals.
I think he's going to shoot all 4.
Maybe he shoots all 4. He was fouled in the act of shooting, and there's 1. Next one on its way. That's a little short. Now, they're going to come back. Those were the 2 technicals. Now he's going to shoot the 2 that were involved in the act of shooting.
All right. They're going to leave Beatty on the floor here with 3 fouls. No, they're going to bring him out.
No, they're going to bring Mike Chambers off the bench, I think. And maybe even Willis Mackey. For the moment, Beatty's on the floor, but now they're going to substitute for him as Chambers comes in and Willis Mackey comes in as well. Willis is a 6'7" freshman out of Freeport, the Bahamas, who was recruited to play baseball. He's a baseball pitcher. But at 6'7", Chris Adams says, hey, you can play a little basketball for me as well. Another free throw good for Williams. And this will be the final one of the 4, and he gets 3 out of 4. So he's up to 10 points. And the Racers' lead is down to 8, 31-23 at the 7:25 mark of the first half. Scott, open, foul line jumper. Little short. Loose ball rebound to Penn. So the UM Dearborn Wolverines are not a team to take lightly, even though the Racers got out to the great start. Made 5 threes in the first 10 minutes. Haven't made one since. Here's Jason Potcutter dumping it out to Josh Scott, who will go to the window and have it blocked. Got his own miss. Here's Concepcion, wide open 3. Drills his 4th one of the night.
Wow, 4 for 4 from 3.
How about Jorge Concepcion III? And every point he scores will be a career high for him because it's only his 3rd game as a Racer. 34-23 UNOH. Here's the alley-oop, a little too far.
It was there.
It was there, but the pass was a little off target. Racers respond. Jorge thought about that one, but said, no, I don't want to get too greedy here. Let's run the offense a little bit. Racers by 11. Concepcion deals to Jason Potcutter. Potcutter back to Concepcion. That was halfway down and came out on him.
One of those ones that flushed around the cylinder and came back up.
That did a good full 360 and spun out on